Great farmers, great nation. No farmers, no food. No food, no nation. Welcome to Farmers Moment here on your favorite channel, Soul TV. I remain your girl, Margaret Edem. Here on the show with me today, I have an expert who is going to tell us of the ups and downs of agriculture and is going to share his experiences with us. Today, we are going to talk about the farming system, the advantages and the disadvantages. Welcome, sir. Please, can we meet you?
You're welcome. My name is Mustapha Adedapo. I'm privileged to be the MDC of ARMI Limited. ARMI Limited is simply called Agro Renewal Movement International Limited. It's an agri-based organization into the business of agriculture.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Back to where we are today. We are talking about farming system. I think before we go to our topic, can you just throw more light to share your experience about farming and agriculture in general?
Yeah, farming has been, to me, farming has been a very interesting, my farming experience and my family, let me call it a journey, has been a very interesting journey. And to the glory of God, when it comes to agriculture, I see agriculture as the backbone of the nation in terms of economic growth, industrial development, youth employment, and job creation. I mean, when I mean job creation, I mean good job creation.
Exactly.
Yes. Farming in Nigeria is developing. Farming in Nigeria is growing. More people are getting to know that it's high time we do away with the one also economy called the oil-based economy, diversify into non-oil sector economy, which agriculture is to play a vital role. So it is our belief as an organization that we believe that just like our motto, say feed the people, secure the nations.
Yeah.
So when you look at agriculture, and through agriculture we can create multiple jobs, we produce food for our people, we reduce hunger and thirst in the land, we create wealth, and the insecurity rate will definitely reduce. So my family experience, irrespective of the challenges, because just like every business we have in the world, there's no business that is free of ups and downs. So we've experienced that as well in agriculture, but we have so much belief because the sector is growing, and even look at the the COVID-19 era, the post-COVID era mandated nations like Nigeria to learn on how they can be empowered as far as their raw materials is concerned, as the food they consume is concerned.
Yeah, I think the COVID-19 was a plus to us. Let me put it that way. It was a big plus to us. Like people could take advantage of it. People could make millions from the food sector.
Yeah. And again, people look at the COVID-19 sector, a lot of economies where we used to import our products were shut down.
Yeah.
So if we're not producing, we survive because we're getting to understand that we need to go back to our basis by producing. That's actually where we started from. We started from agriculture as a nation. Those days we have the cocoa industry booming in the western region of the country. We have the granite pyramid in the north. We have the oil palm in the east. Even a country like Malaysia came to Nigeria to pick palm oil seeds. And today we're even importing from them.
From them.
So
should I call that error?
Well, I think it's just we were distracted. We're distracted. So look at what we achieved during the cocoa, the old cocoa, the western region that was built with cocoa economy. The first industrial estate in Africa, the first story building that's cocoa house in Ibadan in Africa.
Wow.
The free education that was given to all western region
from cocoa farming.
We have a lot of development. The first TV station, radio station in Africa.
From farming.
So,
proud farmers.
In fact, that is all. That has actually helped us more than even oil. But thank God it's not too late.
It's not too late, yeah.
We are understanding that, and we're going back to our are basic. I think just a few years from now, we should also be able to raise
Bounce
our
back.
shoulder again and bounce back. Yeah.
But that's why farmers movement is there to sanitize you about farming. That there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, and there's nothing you can, there's nothing you assume or you will think of that you cannot do with agriculture.
Yeah.
It's nothing. To add to what you said, the Malaysian people came and carried palm fruit. I also learned the Chinese people also came to carry cassava stem, and now they are producing Chinese gari. Have you seen of
Yeah,
Chinese
one
gari?
thing about the Chinese people that they are very crafty and that's the truth. They are very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
They produce to you what you is known for with you, what you are known for. They look at to study your environment and produce it and bring it back to sell to you. And they're using that to build the economy.
Exactly.
We consume cassava products. Imagine Chinese can even now, maybe very soon, be importing gari because
There's Chinese gari now.
because-
All those big supermarket have Chinese gari.
so there are a lot of but the cassava is predominantly grown in Nigeria.
Exactly.
So that shows
are
that
really blessed.
we are not taking the full advantage of the sector, and because we are not doing that doesn't mean that people will not see it and take advantage of it. So if we are not careful, what we're supposed to be in charge, they sell it back to us, and we're going to pay for it. Today we are talking about dollar increasing, naira depreciating. There is no magic. We have to go back to our production line.
Yeah.
And our production line will be built on what we have comparative advantage on, which is agriculture. As of today, we have not started producing our own aircraft, warfighter jets, all these things. But we can produce our foods. We can
Yeah.
borrow their technology to multiply, to commercialize our food agricultural sector, just like what is being done in the US. We have low population of farmers, but massive food production.
Low population of farmers, but massive.
Yes, yeah.
And then we have in Nigeria, we have about let me say 50% of the villagers are into farming.
Yeah, we have larger population
Larger
of
population,
our
and
employed people into farming than other sector. But the irony is that irrespective of that, their productivity is quite low because we need to leverage on technology.
Yeah.
We need to invest in our research and technology. We are practicing more of subsistence farming, which is just to feed yourself, feed your family, and sell the little that remains.
We are going to our topic today.
So, that's some of the challenges that we are having. We need to go into how can we leverage on commercial farming.
Okay, and that's why we are here
Mechanized,
today to talk about different kinds of farming system. I know you just mentioned one, so let's just go ahead, throw more light on it, different kinds of farming system. And in this program today, we want to just let them know, okay, which one do you think we should concentrate on when it comes to commercial or business-wise?
Yeah, we actually have different types of farming system. You know, there are the arable farming, livestock farming.
Yeah.
We also have the crop farming, subsistence farming. We have irrigation farming. There are a lot of farming system. But to me, your question, which one should we or we advise people to go into?
Yeah.
There are so many factors that determine what you go into.
Okay. So
We have a
let's
factor
talk
of
about the
labor.
factors, yeah.
We have the factor of human resources. We have the factor of land. We have the factor of capital.
Okay.
We have the factor of market. So there's so many factors that determine. We also have the factor of your climate, your location. Is traditionally easier for some people in the north to produce groundnut than maybe people in Lagos to produce groundnut, even though we grow groundnuts. But we're talking about commercial. Thank God to the event of technology where we can condition weather and grow whatever we want to grow. But we know Nigeria right now, we still rely solely on our traditional way of farming. So that's why those factors really matters. Now, in advising people on what to go into, the first thing that should determine what you want to go into is your market.
Okay.
What do you have the market for? When you know what you have the market for, because it's just like, so farming is business.
It is.
So it's not a means of survival. and is one of the reasons why people fail in farming. When they're going to farming activities, when they're going to normal business, like you want to set up business on oil and gas, they will spend so much money to develop a business plan.
And when it comes to
But when it comes to farm, they think that let them just ask
this
the
is
land
land,
to
just come and
plant.
plan.
No. And that's
Yeah.
the moment you start that way, that's your failure. That's the starting point to your failure. So your market is so vital. What do they want to buy from you? Who is buying? At what price? Then you consider factor of production like your cost capital. So I am always very careful because from my experience, we want to be practical. Farming is not theory, it's practical. You can produce. We've seen some years back when the federal government were mobilizing people to go into cassava farming. And a lot of people produce cassava farming. Everybody begin to produce cassava farm, people to own the cassava farm. But there was no clear cut on how to sell, how to buy, who is buying, what are they buying. Let me give you an example. If you want to produce, if your focus, if you are meeting a factory who want to produce gari, the kind of or type of cassava they will be requesting from you is different from the factory that want to produce starch.
Yeah.
So that's really, farming is a business. You must learn the skill. You must understand the in and out of what it will take to survive. So I'm always very careful, sincerely, to say, oh, go into this. No. But define your agenda, define your goal, and assess yourself to know, okay, with all these statistics, all these things on ground, this is what I think I will be able to do. The kind of farming system that can. For example, you don't have a capacity of producing you don't have a market that's ready to take 1,000 metric tons of cucumber or plantain from you, but you're producing 1,000 metric tons of plantain. Who will buy it? Do you have what is your value addition? Do you have a value? Have backward integration plan? Are you setting up a factory that, oh, if I'm buying from people, then so maybe you can use it for yourself? Are you planning to add value to it? Do you have the resources to add value to it?
Wow.
So strategically position yourself to build your business based on the demand of the market. Let the market first, most times. That's what we always encourage farmers to do now. So now we have, and again, depending on when we're also looking at the issue of capital and labor. One of the headaches we're having in this part of the world, because most of our farming activities still solely rely on labor.
Yeah.
Rely on labor, human labor.
I think that's why it's even discouraging the people, especially the youth.
Yeah. Not even the existing farmers. A lot of them are quitting because most of our young people are no longer interested in farming. So the human labor factor, you want to set up a farm, you need to do have human resources. Are you leveraging on human capital? If you are leveraging on human capital, are they available?
It's true.
You might think that, oh, I'm going to situate my farm in one village, and you might be shocked that 90% of the youth in that village are never interested to come and work on the farm.
Yeah.
So if you have to
go
from experience.
From experience, it's true.
So if you have to go to one kafasha to come and
bring labor,
get that sorted out first.
Exactly.
If that, even the subsistence farming we are talking about still require labor. So that is, so different farming system, different things to achieve that purpose. So what I want to go into commercial farming need a different thing. Someone that want to go into sustainable farming,
different thing. Go to livestock farming.
Livestock farming. And for example, when it comes to livestock farming, biosecurity is very important.
Security, yeah.
Biosecurity is key. And in this part of the world where you don't have government assistance,
Your own.
Well, thank God our government is to
They
a
are
great
coming
extent
up.
they're coming up. I think they're trying, but they can do better.
Yeah.
We have the a case like that during the COVID-19. Why why COVID virus was killing human being. We also have swine flu virus killing our animals. At that time, we as a company lost over 100 million naira worth of pups.
Wow.
And we lost them to swine flu. Swine flu have no cure.
We understand, I know.
So, and in China, same thing happened. The farmers were supported. But here, we are yet, we have not gotten to that.
God will help us.
Those factors are actually very important. So to determine your system of, but priority of markets is get your business plan, and the business plan will majorly be influenced by your market needs that you want to serve.
So, after all being said and done, can you throw light on the advantage and disadvantage of the agro-business? Let me generalize it to agro-business. So we're talking about the farming system and thereabout. So we've picked different kinds of farming system. So
Yeah.
let's look at the advantages and the disadvantage. So like I'm doing a sustainable farming, what's the advantage? That way just within me and my family, and then I'm doing livestock, I'm doing this and so on.
Yeah. When it comes to advantage and disadvantage, for example, we have a lot of advantage, we have a lot of disadvantage.
Yeah.
Let me use mixed farming, for example. A mixed at the time, we stop encouraging farmers that have what it takes. We stop encouraging them to go into mixed farming because why we want to do mixed farming sometimes is because we want to maximize the use of the land. But we also need to understand that if you are doing that, you must have proper knowledge of what you want to do or how you are going to go about it. You cannot plant two heavy feeders together.
Okay.
You may eventually lose everything. So if you are planting two heavy feeders, what I mean by heavy feeder, these are plants that consume so much nutrient from the soil.
Yeah.
So we'll see some farmers who will go into mixed cropping, and at the end of the day, they will not even be able to meet up with their cost of the cost they used to set up the farm, not even talk of break. They will not break even, not even talk of making profit. Sometimes it's due to the crops that they intercrop. Two of them are heavy feeders.
I think that's where a consultant come in.
Yeah, that's why, a consultant
to consult
who knows more about it, who have practice. Because nowadays we have a lot of people out there, they've not really experienced. Sometimes we're doing a training and we're talking about challenges. And we notice any time we mention challenge, people are not interested to learn the challenges. And what you really need for any training or any trainer, what you need in a training or from a trainer is actually to know what are the challenges in this thing that you are going into and what is the solution. If the person has solution for that problem you might encounter in your way. So people love listening to those good things, but we make 2 times 2 in farming, there's this way you do this calculation. YouTube information, they can make 1 million. You plant corn, plant cassava, you sell corn to be time multiplied per tonnage. In fact, most of those tonnage, if you get your agronomy practice right, they will tell you make 4 tons per hectare. You might not even make half ton.
Half ton. I think that's what is confusing. And then when you come into the business and you don't have that, you
get discouraged.
You get discouraged.
You don't have agric is not interest. I don't have good business.
I think we need to filtrate the internet on it.
So these are some, because you need the right knowledge, not just the information you get out there. You need the right knowledge and the right mentorship. So if you are going into anything, learn it and get a mentor.
Wow.
before putting, because this has discouraged a lot of farmers. And this I'm talking about is from practical experience. We've been in the sector, we've known the challenge, we've been able, to the tune of where we've made money, we've lost money too.
Wow.
But the difference is that your consistency in that same business, in that sector, learning from your mistake brings your perfection. So things like that when you're then for mixed cropping, the disadvantage is that if you do not have an experienced consultant or personnel or experienced knowledge of what you want to do, you might eventually gain nothing, even though you cultivate 10 crops. And the idea before venturing into it might be, on those 10 crops, I will make 10 million.
And you turn out that you don't even have 500.
You now find out that those 10 crops are competing, they are competing for same nutrient, and the nutrient is not even enough for one. What happened to the other 9? They will die. Then what happened to your money? Your 2 times 2 is equal to 4, because 2 times 2 is equal to 0 or minus 0.
Okay,
so yeah. Then you have the another farming system, which is also a farming system, which is the I call it diversified farming. What I mean by diversified, some call it integrated farming.
Yeah.
For example, yeah, if it also helps sometimes. That is you're mixing crop farming with livestock farming. So in case your money do not come from livestock now, you can get it from crops. It works sometimes. Another advantage could also be that you can use the manure from the livestock to replenish your soil.
You can also get food from your crops,
and get food from like one of our farmers that were setting up. The idea is to take for example, you are into maize farming, and we also have a section into poultry farm. The poultry farmers don't need to go out to go and source for maize. They already have maize farmers within the estate. They can buy to produce their feed.
So they now take the manure
and also use it for their crops.
Wow.
So this sometimes work. In fact, technology is also helping.
I'm not looking at it like,
yes,
that integrated farming is advisable.
It's advisable, but you need proper management system has to be put in place. Proper management system. Whenever you are even going into livestock farming at all, biosecurity measure is very key. How people come into your farm, how they go out of your farm is very paramount. It's very key.
Very, very. So that's the main factor you should look at.
You should look at security of the farm with a management practice.
Not made a theft aspect, but the way people come in.
It's not even about theft.
Yeah.
It's not even about theft. Sometimes when you hear that, swine flu killed thousands of so animals, somebody who must have visited a farm infected with swine flu but did not know, brought it to your farm uncontrolled.
Wow.
And this is airborne. It works with the hair. In less than 1 week, thousands of
and there's no treatment.
No treatment for now. Even though research are ongoing, but no treatment for now.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. I think we are going to host you again. Thank you for enlightening us, opening our eyes into commercial agriculture, letting us to know that, wow, we can make it something good. There's something good in agriculture. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow, 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 wow. That was really, really an eye-opener. I believe viewers out there, you learned a lot. You've been able to know the advantages and the disadvantages of farming system. And our guest really talk about integrated farming. Looking forward to have you guys next week. Same time, same station. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handle, So TV. See you next week. Bye.